All right, we are back. We are back with our next episode of Data+Kids, where we learn Tableau along with kids. So I have my two daughters here, Lavanya and Vivian. You want to say hello?
Hello. Hi.
And although we've been learning, we just haven't had a chance to post a video. But what we will do today is what we did last week. I will just do some of my work. The girls will observe, and if they find something interesting that they want to ask me about, they will just ask me some questions. And that's what this Q&A, that's what this video will be about, Q&A. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know, but I'm going to get started. Again, this is our Data+Kids page, and at the bottom of this page is where we will keep adding more and more videos. So this is my dashboard right here, where I am just working on some loans data that I got from Kaggle, just playing around with it, and essentially just looking at some data there. I don't have to speak to this particular data piece, but yeah, I just made a dashboard, and I'm just looking at all the customer names that I have in that.
How do you make a dashboard?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. How do I make a dashboard? Right here. Just right here. Okay. So how do you make a dashboard is you click on this new dashboard and all the sheets that you have created so far will just come here. So if this word chart I've created or word bubble I've created is just going to come here. If I want another sheet, I'll just bring it in here. That's it. Simple.
Okay.
That sounds good?
Yes.
Anything else about the dashboard you want to know?
Those objects on the bottom.
Yes, that's a good point. Right. So this is dashboard is just like a canvas, right? You guys like art, right? So in your canvas, you can do different things in the different places of the canvas, right? So top left, maybe I want a sun, and the bottom I want to do the river. Let's say I'm painting a landscape. These different objects help you decide what goes where. So you can have things horizontally next to each other, left, right. You can put things vertically. You can put some buttons there. You can put some text that you want to type.
What does tiled and floating?
Tiled and floating. Tiled and floating just means like tiled means things that are in place, like they're tiled next to each other. You know how in our downstairs we have tiles on the floor? They are right next to each other. On top, on the left, they're all tiles. But what if you want things overlapping each other? That's when floating comes in. So if I quickly want a sheet that is floating, so I'm going to change this to floating, and I just want this sheet to show as floating. You see how I can bring it anywhere I want. So I can bring it here, and this is a floating sheet. But these two, you see how they are like taking the whole space, like a rectangular space? I can choose this container. This whole container is a tiled container, and things are sitting horizontally. So it's like a horizontal container, right? And again, I can show you. Click here. You see how it says there's a tiled container?
And you can make it into floating.
I can make that. Yeah, I can make the sheet into floating, right? So that sheet became floating, and this sheet was also already floating, and this one was in the tile. I can go back and let me show you. What if I want to make the whole container floating? So I can select the container, and I can make container floating. You see how this container has both those sheets in it. You see what I'm saying? So now these are next to each other. So when I change the shape of the container, both of the sheets are going to change their shape. You can also
What's floating order?
floating order. Great point. Yeah, I'm glad you're asking. You see this? What is it? What is overwriting the other? You see how this is eating that up, like it's overriding it? Floating order just means what goes on top. So what if I want to bring this to front? So, or the order in which I want them to be floating. What's at the bottom? What's on top? That helps?
Yes.
So these are all the different things you can do with the dashboard. How to make a dashboard, how to add some objects like buttons or text or images or web pages, or all of that stuff you can do. Should we go into any one of these? Or is this good, like when you said, how do you create a dashboard? Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So let's wrap this little mini video up, and next question in our next video.